Hey everyone, it's Amanda. Today I'm going to be filming my February wrap-up and my March wrap-up, along with the books I'm currently reading and what I want to read in May since April is almost over. So a couple things before I get started. Number one, yes, I have 3 bookshelves now. I used to only have one, which was that one right there. But I got 2 more, and also I just recently moved out. So that's why I got 2 more, because I was able to fit them. And so yeah, that's also why I have not been making videos, because I've been kind of getting adjusted to everything, I guess. So I only read like 4 books in February, and I read 1 book in March, and I'm not really doing too good in April. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So the first book I read in February was Hunting Prince Dracula by Kerri Maniscalco. This is the second book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. It was good. I enjoyed it. Not as much as the first one, but I still really did like it. I think it took me a little bit to get into this though. But I liked it. Basically, there's this girl named Audrey Rose. I almost said Aubrey. It's Audrey. And this guy named Thomas Cresswell. They like to study cadavers, and they're just intrigued in it, and I don't know. There's a bunch of like mysterious things that happen, so they try to figure it out, and stuff happens along the way. So that's the first book I read in February. The next book I read was Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. I picked this one up. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars as well. I picked this one up because it's very short, and I just was kind of in the mood to read it, I guess. So yeah, I honestly don't even remember what this is about. The tagline on the back says I am outcast. It literally says I am outcast. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the next book I read in February was November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. This is my 3rd book that I've read from her that I actually own. No, actually, this is my 3rd book I've read from her. And I've read all the books that I own by her. I read this because, well, one, because I wanted to, but also because I know this girl, Whitney from Whitney Novels. She kind of noticed something in it, and she wrote Colleen Hoover, and Colleen Hoover fixed it in the book. And I got this book like literally right after I heard about that. So I don't know if it was fixed in this book or not. I still didn't figure that out, but who knows. The last book I read in February was The Leaving by Tara Altebrando. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. This book is about 11 years ago. 6 kindergartners went missing without a trace. So I actually really liked this. It was good. And I actually like the book itself. It has very cool like type, I guess, in it. I don't know. It makes, I guess, cool designs, I guess. But I enjoyed it. It was very intriguing. The next book I read, and the last book I read, was One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was okay. It wasn't like the greatest book I've ever read, but basically, these kids get like, I don't want to give anything away. I feel like it's best going into this book not knowing anything. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. So in April, I planned on reading a lot of books, but I kind of haven't. And it's like the very end of April. There's literally a week left. So I don't know. But the 2 books I'm actually currently reading. The first book, I've been reading this since I finished the second book in February. I've been reading this, and it's Escaping from Houdini by Kerri Maniscalco. This is the 3rd book in the Jack the Ripper series. I like it. I'm on chapter 21, but it's just taking me a long time to read it. I don't know why. I just haven't really been wanting to read, I guess. But it's alright so far. The last book I'm actually currently reading, which I don't even have the bookmark in it, but it's The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I picked this one up because this is also a really short book. I think it's the shortest book that I had on my TBR. It's about Alaska, and I know that my mom lived in Alaska for a couple years, so that's why I was also intrigued by it. But the tagline says, 4 very different lives are about to become entangled. So it seems very interesting. So the next couple books, the next 4 books, I wanted to read in April, but like I said, I didn't get to them, and there's like a week left. I don't know if I'll be able to finish these because I'm reading kind of slowly. But the first book, I read literally 6 pages, or maybe just a couple pages out of it. I'm apparently on page 6, but it's All the Rage by Courtney Summers. I've had this on my TBR for a while, and I just decided to pick it up. I honestly don't even know what it's about, really. But yeah, so that's one book that I want to read. Hopefully in May. I'm thinking that these are going to be the books that I read in May. The next book I want to read is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This is a fairly recent purchase, so I want to read it and figure out what it's about. I really love the cover. It's very pretty. And I like the end papers too. The end papers are really pretty as well. So, I know this is about something about a girl's grandmother, I think, or something. I don't know. I honestly barely know what it's about, but I'm excited to read it, hopefully. Sorry. So these next 2 books, I've actually really been interested in contemporary lately. I think it's because it's the summertime. So I picked these 2 books out. This first one I've had on my TBR for a while, for probably like a year or 2. It's called Babe in Boyland by Jody Gurman. I'm thinking it's about a girl going to Paris. I honestly did not read the synopsis, so I couldn't tell you what it's about. Sorry about that. And this last book that I would like to read, there's a movie coming out, I think actually in May. I think that's also why I kind of picked it out, but I read, I think this AUK, and I just haven't gotten around to reading her next book, I think. I think this is the second book she came out with. But it's The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicole Yoon. I, of course, got a signed copy. Let me see if I can flip to the... Yeah, there's her signed edition. Yeah, I know a little bit, I think, about this. I think it's about this girl that she's going to be deported to Jamaica, back to Jamaica. So, I don't know. Hopefully, I can read all those books. We will see. I would like to finish those 2 books I'm currently reading. Hopefully, I finish them in April. But yeah, I guess I'll make another video probably maybe in the middle of May, and to give you kind of a like what I've read, I guess what I've recently read. But anyway, I'm sorry that this video is kind of all over the place. I have not made a video in so long, and I apologize for that. So anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.